Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about one of the best and most popular web hosting services out there, Hostinger. Now, I've used quite a lot of web hosting services like HostGator and GoDaddy and many more through the course of this channel, both to test and review them. But I've always felt that there's something left to be desired. And then I switched to Hostinger, and this did scratch that itch for me. It had a lot to offer, more than most services I've tried so far at a much more affordable price. It's fast, reliable, responsive, and it's also a perfect fit for both beginners looking to start their websites, as well as advanced users who want to move their websites from other hosts to Hostinger. Granted, it's not perfect, and I did have a couple of nitpicks here and there that I wanted to talk about. And so we'll be going over all of that and much more in this video to help you make a more informed decision on whether or not Hostinger is the right choice for you. But of course, if you'd like to check out Hostinger for yourself, I'll be leaving all the useful links, including some special discounts in the description down below. Now, Hostinger started in 2007 as a free web hosting service with no advertising. Then, in 2011, the Hostinger web hosting brand was born. By May of 2014, Hostinger had already exceeded a user base of 10 million people. By January 2017, the user base had grown to 29 million people. That's pretty impressive growth in just over a decade. And the company boasts tons of unlimited and free features. But are all those extra perks truly unlimited and free? So before we take a look at the pros and cons of Hostinger, note that Hostinger has various types of hosting, such as VPS hosting, cloud hosting, WordPress hosting, and their main and most affordable type, which is shared hosting. Shared hosting is basically where you share your server and resources with other people. And depending on which shared hosting plan you go with, you either get more or less resources. But regardless of your plan, a good hosting provider will deliver solid service regardless of the plan. And a solid service means solid security, like unlimited free SSL no matter the package, Cloudflare protection, and at the very least weekly backups, all of which are available with Hostinger. And with security covered, let's take a look at what Hostinger does best here. Starting with the load times. If your site can't load fast enough, your visitors will click away looking for a more responsive site. And so fast page loading times are vital for any website user's experience with a site. If a website takes more than 3 seconds to load, 30% of people abandon it. But Hostinger boasts servers in the USA, Asia, and Europe, UK. Each is reportedly connected to a 1000 megabits per second connection, which ensures that loading times are stable, averaging about 476 milliseconds. Besides load times, you also need to make sure that your web host can keep your website online for as long as possible without any downtime. And this is where uptime is the most important thing to check out when considering a web host. Now, after reviewing many web hosts, the benchmark for good uptime is between 99.91% and 99.93%. So ideally, you don't want to see anything less than that. During the past 10 months, Hostinger delivered an average of 99.97% uptime with roughly a couple of hours of downtime. The biggest of them was in June, when the average uptime was only 99.55%, which honestly isn't so great. But other than that, Hostinger has been performing great overall over the past 10 months. Of course, no web host can keep up with 100% uptime, so the fact that Hostinger can go through 5 consecutive months with 100% uptime is very impressive. And if you're new, you may not think of this as a vital selling point of a web host, but customer support can either make or break a web host. If your site is down for some reason and you're unable to get in touch with a customer support person ASAP, you might miss out on a ton of sales. Hostinger doesn't disappoint. The company offers a multilingual customer support team and live chat, and they've integrated Intercom as their main support system. Live chat is only accessible if you're logged into a Hostinger account though. Accessing the live chat is extremely easy. Once you've logged in, there is instantly an icon in the bottom right corner of the page. I've asked some technical questions and got knowledgeable replies backed up by links from the customer support rep. So in terms of support, whenever you're in need, Hostinger can certainly deliver. And if you don't have a domain or haven't built a website just yet, Hostinger includes a free website builder called Zyro in their services with any plan you choose. There are tons of different templates to choose from too. Once you've chosen a template, you can customize everything on your pages using the Hostinger website builder. In addition to the website builder, free domain names are also available with all their plans, which will save you a bit of money in the long run. If you need more than one domain, you will have to pay extra, starting at $9.99 a year. With regards to the interface, Hostinger offers a modern, easy-to-use interface where you can find everything you need in one location. That way you can track logins, update billing information, manage your domains, and monitor emails from your dashboard. The control panel isn't a traditional cPanel, but large icons make it simple to find exactly what you need when you need it. Some advanced users might miss cPanel, but for beginners who are still finding their way around, this version is great for getting a website up and running. Now, right off the bat, if you sign up with Hostinger's cheapest plan, Premium, you'll be getting almost double the industry standard for a little less than $3. For example, you'll gain a significant bump in resources and privileges, such as 100 gigabytes of storage, 100 websites, free email, and unlimited bandwidth and databases. And to put it into perspective, if you sign up for something like HostGator and opt for their most expensive plan, you'll only be getting 40 gigabytes of storage and a meager 3 website limit. So yeah, Hostinger is pretty generous as far as plans go. Oh, and keep in mind that the same resources will cost you a few more bucks a month with other web hosts, which makes Hostinger an awesome value web host provider. And if you do decide to take it up a notch, Hostinger will give you a lot more features with the more expensive plans as well. For example, the business plan ups the threshold from the premium plan, giving you 200 gigabytes of NVMe storage, enhanced performance, free CDN, and turning backups from weekly to daily. Not to mention the plethora of bonus features you unlock going from premium to business. And the cloud hosting plan would not only up the limits, but it would also give you priority support, which is something you usually need if you have a medium-sized company or more. And for pricing, it's important to note that as with any other subscription-based service, the renewal date will be higher. So if you want to make use of the discount at hand, it's better to go with the longest term plan. As an example, the single premium plan will go for a little less than $3 per month, with a renewal rate of around $8 if you opt for anything longer than the monthly plan. So it's better to make use of the first-time discount by opting for the longest term plan. Typically, a low price means some compromises have been made in quality, but in in Hostinger's case, the service they offer is actually quite good compared with most web hosting service providers. Now clearly there's a lot to love about Hostinger's loading speeds, support, quality, and features. Unfortunately, no perfect web host exists, and Hostinger, like other hosts, has some flaws. The trick is figuring out which flaws you can live with and which ones are deal breakers. And perhaps something that may be considered a con to some is the lack of the traditional cPanel. Most hosting services use a traditional control panel like cPanel. Hostinger has created its own control panel. New users might find this easier to use than a traditional control panel. However, if you're already accustomed to using cPanel, you might not like their dashboard. Therefore, advanced users might not love this part. Hostinger's refund policy reveals a few exceptions to their money-back guarantee. Hosting, all plans except first payment after free trial. Domain transfers, .eu transfers are an exception. Your ID charges a non-refundable transfer fee. If the transfer fails for any reason, the customer must start over and pay the transfer fee again. .es transfers are also non-refundable. SSL certificates, redemption fees, domain name renewals, and privacy protection are not refundable. Most new domain name registrations are only refundable if canceled and processed within 4 days of registration, not 30 days. Keep this exception in mind before moving forward. But besides that, there's honestly not much to criticize about Hostinger. A solid service overall, but do I recommend Hostinger? Hostinger provides superb speed and is very reliable. Now, it might not have a cPanel like most web hosting websites, but honestly, if you're not specifically looking for that, you'll be getting a lot of value with Hostinger, since quite literally all of their plans offer a lot in return for very competitive prices. Hostinger also offers a 30-day money-back guarantee if you're unhappy with their service, so you're able to stress test the service as much as you want for 30 days before full commitment. Moreover, in case you need help, their customer support is responsive, knowledgeable, and friendly. Overall, Hostinger has become one of the industry-standard web hosting providers today, and for plenty of good reasons. So if you're interested in giving it a shot, you can find all the useful links, including a special discount that you won't find anywhere else, in the description below. And that'll be all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the links in the description to grab yourself the best Hostinger discount possible. Like and subscribe to see more of these videos, and let me know in the comments if there's anything cybersecurity you'd like me to cover. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.